The Pittsburgh Steelers have made a significant move in the free agent market, officially signing running back Kenneth Gainwell to a one-year deal, marking a shift in the team's backfield as they move on from Najee Harris. This is a strategic acquisition for Pittsburgh, securing a player with Super Bowl winning experience while addressing their need for depth at the running back position. The move keeps Gainwell within the state of Pennsylvania, making his transition from the Philadelphia Eagles to the Steelers, both geographically and professionally seamless. Gainwell, who was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles in the 5th round of the 2021 NFL Draft, spent the last 4 seasons in a supporting role with the Eagles. During his tenure in Philly, he played behind some of the league's top running backs, including Miles Sanders, DeAndre Swift, and Saquon Barkley, limiting his opportunities to be a primary ball carrier. Despite this, Gainwell managed to make an impact, rushing for 1,196 yards on 4.2 yards per carry and adding 721 yards receiving at an impressive 7.1 yards per catch. Over the course of his 4-year career, he has racked up 13 total touchdowns, showcasing his versatility as both a rusher and a receiver. Gainwell's time in Philadelphia saw him mainly contribute as a rotational player, sharing the backfield with the likes of Sanders and Swift. He wasn't the lead back in the Eagles' offense, but proved to be a valuable contributor when called upon. His dual-threat ability to run the ball and catch passes out of the backfield made him a useful piece of the Eagles' high-powered offense, which ultimately helped them capture the Super Bowl title. However, despite his contributions, Gainwell found himself buried behind a crowded running back room in Philadelphia. As a result, the Steelers saw an opportunity to acquire Gainwell, especially after parting ways with their own star back, Najee Harris, who signed a deal with the Los Angeles Chargers in free agency. Harris had been the focal point of Pittsburgh's offense for several years, but after the Steelers declined to pick up his 5th-year option, the writing was on the wall for his departure. The Steelers knew they needed to find a running back who could help replace Harris's production in a more cost-effective manner. Enter Gainwell. The signing provides the Steelers with a running back who can step in and provide solid depth behind Jaylen Warren, who is expected to be the clear-cut starter heading into the 2025 season. Warren, who has shown promise in his limited role with Pittsburgh, will likely take on the bulk of the workload, but Gainwell will offer a change of pace option and a reliable backup. While Gainwell has not had the opportunity to be a bell cow back in Philadelphia, he has shown that he can be effective in a limited role, and the Steelers are hoping he can replicate that success in Pittsburgh. The timing of Gainwell's move to Pittsburgh is also noteworthy. The Eagles, after signing Saquon Barkley to a lucrative 2-year, $41 million extension earlier this offseason, had less room for Gainwell in their backfield. With Barkley now firmly entrenched as the lead back and the Eagles' running back room at full capacity, Gainwell became expendable. This opened the door for the Steelers to swoop in and add a player with proven ability at a reasonable cost. While the financial details of Gainwell's contract have not been disclosed, it's widely believed that he is signing for a significantly lower amount than the $9.25 million that Harris would have made in the final year of his contract with the Steelers. The move to sign Gainwell represents a shift in philosophy for Pittsburgh, opting to find value at the running back position, rather than paying top dollar for a player who was no longer a fit for their future plans. This deal also reflects the Steelers' strategy of addressing needs on a budget while focusing on developing their younger talent. Looking ahead to the 2025 season, Gainwell's role will likely be more of a complementary one rather than a starting role. While he's shown flashes of potential as both a rusher and a receiver, the Steelers are set to lean heavily on Warren as their lead back. Warren, who is a powerful and elusive runner, will be the primary ball carrier, but Gainwell's versatility as a dual threat back could make him a valuable asset in Pittsburgh's offense, especially in passing situations or as a rotational player to keep Warren fresh throughout the season. What's particularly interesting about this move is how it reflects the Steelers' larger strategy. After the departure of Harris, Pittsburgh needed to rebuild its backfield in a way that didn't break the bank. The decision to sign Gainwell on a one-year deal is a clear indication that the Steelers are focused on building a more efficient, dynamic offense without overcommitting financially to a single running back. By splitting the workload between Warren and Gainwell, Pittsburgh can utilize the strengths of both backs without being tied down to a high-salaried contract. Gainwell's dual threat ability will provide the Steelers with flexibility in their offensive game plan. His ability to make plays in both the running and passing games will give offensive coordinator Matt Canada more options, particularly in third down and passing situations. The Steelers' offense is expected to take on a more balanced approach in 2025, and Gainwell's addition could be a key piece in that transition. As Gainwell prepares to join the Steelers in the coming weeks, the team will likely be hoping for a smooth integration into their system. With a new coaching staff and a revamped offensive line, the Steelers will need to find ways to optimize the strengths of their new backfield duo. Gainwell may not have been the headline acquisition of the off-season, but his signing is still a crucial move for a team looking to find stability and growth after the departure of one of their most prominent players. In conclusion, the Pittsburgh Steelers' signing of Kenneth Gainwell is a smart and cost-effective move, bolstering their backfield after the loss of Najee Harris. The 26-year-old running back brings valuable Super Bowl experience and a dual-threat skill set to a team in need of depth and versatility. As the 2025 season approaches, the Steelers will look to